Thank you, Didi Bani Samaj. I think I'm very proud to say in the very beginning that you guys are doing excellent work, and we're very proud of your work across the spectrum, and you have done greatly for the society, and congratulations, and continue to do the good work. And also thank you for providing this forum on a very important topic. आजको यो topic एकदमै timely छ. It's a very great topic. The reason why is because, as we know, for the last 1.5 years, we have been facing this crisis continuously. And also we are facing and going into the uncertain future. We don't know when the COVID would end. So this topic suddenly has become one of the hottest topic globally, and a challenge for the whole world to deal with the crisis. So having this discussion very timely is very important. And secondly, also किनभने यो स्टडिजहरूले के देखाएको छ भने यो migrant communities are not responding to this crisis as expected as like in the mainstream of the population. They have very poor understanding for various reasons, for language problem le garda, for their cultural practices le garda, for their poor understanding of the knowledge on the crisis. All these combined together, they have been isolated recently in the past, by media as not being very responsive to help to address this crisis. So having said that, lately some studies have shown that they're coming forward and to work in the front line with the government and the Department of Health and the BMC and being equal partner in addressing the crisis. So यो सबै भन्दाखेरि पनि, as you have seen that in the last 2 years, the COVID and the corona, these are the two buzzwords and one of the most commonly used word in the dictionary. And the reason is why we don't know about its identity, about its future. त्यही हुनाले मैले आजको प्रेजेन्टेसनमा के गरेछु भने, I think before we really talk about the issue, we should understand and go 2 steps backwards to understand what we are really talking about. Virus के हो, vaccination के हो, त्यसपछि मात्रै अब हाम्रो यो vaccination का issuesहरुको कुरा गर्यो भने राम्रो होला भनेर मैले चाहिँ अलिकति try to give a little bit of a background information in this regard. So त्यसले गर्दाखेरि तपाईहरुलाई थाहा भएकै होला, bacteria and virus are the two most common pathogens in our life, which create a lot of problems, diseases for us. The virus is different than bacteria. A virus is not a living organism. It cannot multiply by itself. It's an active species, one of the strain of the RNA, DNA, and it cannot multiply. It needs a host. कुन्नीमा गएर यो बस्नुपर्छ, चाहे जानवर होस् चाहे मान्छे होस्, they survive and multiply. So this is the fundamental we have to understand. They're very, very small in size compared to bacteria, less than 100 nanometers. Bacteria are above 100 nanometers. Virus can be spreaded by contact, physical, and also by non-contact, respiratory, by ear, by droplets, by sneezing. All viruses are not pandemic. There are viruses which are epidemic, localized, but there are some which are very fast spreading and they become pandemic. When the virus attacks our body has a very strong defense system to attack the pathogen and to kill the virus. The first line of defense we call is innate immunity. Innate immunity भनेको जस्तो skin, हाम्रो आँसु, tearsहरु, sweat, hair, mucus. Whenever a virus come in contact in our body with this part of our body, the bodies try to prevent them entering into our body, stop them, and if they go inside for somehow, inula cholera, they signal through the cells in the mucus to the body, other part of the body, warning that there's something, some pathogens has come into our body and we could not stop. Banera body less cell signaling bata, tears को cells और बाटा, mucus को cell बाटा त्यो information body लाई पठाउँछ. त्यसपछि body को final defense mechanism हामीले adaptive immunity भन्छौं. That comes into picture. त्यसमा पनि दुई line हुन्छ. That is mainly governed by white blood cells. Blood मा एक किसिमको cell हुन्छ जसलाई हामीले white blood cells भन्छौं. त्यसमा चाहिँ first cells हरुको कस्तो हुन्छ भने phagocytes भन्ने हुन्छ. त्यसले आउँदा साथ भाइरसेसहरूलाई चाहिँ चबाउन खोज्छ, मार्न खोज्छ, डाइजेस्ट गर्न खोज्छ। तर भाइरस यति चलाक हुन्छ कि यसलाई छल्दै छल्दै पनि भाइरस भित्र सेलभित्र पसिहाल्छ। सेलभित्र पसेपछि अब त्यहाँभित्र पसिसक्यो, फेगोसाइटले पनि गर्न सकेन भने बडीको व्हाइट ब्लड सेल्सले दुई किसिमको सेल बनाउँछ, एउटा बीटा सेल्स र एउटा टी सेल्स। बीटा सेल्सले एन्टिबडिज बनाउँछ र टी सेल्सले त्यो चाहिँ तपाईँको एन्टिबडिजलाई लग्ने काम गर्छ र किल गर्ने काम गर्छ। र यो बीटा र टी सेल, यो बीटा र टी लिम्फोसाइट सेल्स भन्छ हामीले, यसलाई व्हाइट ब्लड सेल्समा हुन्छ र यसले नै एन्टिबडिज बनाउँछ, यसले नै लगेर भाइरसलाई अट्याक गर्छ। अब जस्तो मैले एउटा इक्जाम्पल दिन पर्यो भने हामीले ढोका खोल्दाखेरि चाबी र लक र कीको जस्तै यदि हाम्रो चाहिँ के अरे भाइरस ताला हो भने के अरे चाबी चाहिँ हाम्रो एन्टिबडिज हो, त्यसले चाहिँ लक गरेर प्रत्येक स्पेसिफिक भाइरसलाई स्पेसिफिक प्रोटिन बनाउनु पर्छ। कोभिडको केसमा दुईटा प्रोटिन बनाउँछ हाम्रो बडीले, हामीले त्यसलाई आइजिए आइजिएएस भन्छौँ। आइजिए को मेमोरी सर्ट हुन्छ, एन्टिबडिज बनाएपछि यसले सर्टेन टाइमसम्म यसलाई मेमोरीमा राख्छ। आइजिएस भन्ने प्रोटिनले लङ समयसम्म चाहिँ यो मेमोरी राख्छ। त्यो हुनाले भविष्यमा तपाईँलाई केही फेरि भाइरस भयो भने त्यो मेमोरी सेल्सले आइजिएसले त्यसलाई क्याप्चर गर्छ, यो पहिला पनि आइसकेको भाइरस हो, यसलाई अट्याक गर्नुपर्छ भनेर त्यो एन्टिबडिजहरू त्यसरी बनाउँछ। त्यो हुनाले हामीलाई त्यति डराउनु पर्ने काम छैन। तर त्यही गर्दा गर्दै पनि भाइरसहरू चाहिँ एकदमै चलाक हुन्छ। त्यही गर्दा हामीले चाहिँ बाहिरबाट भाइरस पठाउँछौँ र त्यसलाई चाहिँ भ्याक्सिन भन्छौँ हामीले। अब त्यो म पछि कुरा गरौँला। र भाइरस म्युटेट हुन्छ, यो भइरहेको हुन्छ, यसमा केही आत्तिनु पर्दैन। तर कतिपय भेरिएन्ट्सहरू हामीले स्ट्रेन भन्छौँ, दे आर भेरी रिजिलियन्ट, दे आर भेरी स्मार्ट, भेरी पोटेन्ट। र त्यसमा चाहिँ अहिले तपाईँले धेरै नाम सुन्नुभयो होला, डेल्टा भ्याक्सिन भन्छौँ हामीले। इट्स वान अफ द वान्स विच इज स्प्रेडिङ 150 टाइम्स मोर फास्टर। तर सबै भ्याक्सिनको, सबै औषधिको साइड इफेक्ट्स हुन्छ, त्यसमा चाहिँ आत्तिनु पर्ने कारण हुँदैन। तर कतिको कुन एक्सटेन्टमा छ त्यो बुझ्नुपर्छ। अब हामीले सानैबाट सुने हो, कति यत्रो भ्याक्सिनहरू हामीले लगायौँ, नेपालमै लगायौँ, मिजल्स, मम्स, रुबेला, यो चाहिँ लाइफ लङ भ्याक्सिन थियो। एकपटक लगाए हामीले लगाउनु परेन, पछि पछि गएर हाम्रो त्यो इरेडिकेट पनि भइसक्यो अहिले वर्ल्डबाट, त्यो अहिले एक्जिस्ट गर्दैन। स्मल पक्सहरू, हेपाटाइटिसको चाहिँ 10 वर्षको भ्याक्सिन बनाएको छ, ABCD 4 डिफ्रेन्ट टाइप अफ हेपाटाइटिस भाइरस लिभरको हुन्छ डिजिज। त्यसमा भ्याक्सिन जुन एभाइलेबल छ 10 वर्षसम्म लास्ट गर्छ। इबोला तपाईँले सुन्नुभयो होला, अफ्रिकामा द भ्याक्सिन आयो, तर भ्याक्सिन युज गर्नुभन्दा पहिले भाइरस चाहिँ कन्ट्रोल भयो। त्यो भ्याक्सिनको लाइफ चाहिँ 2 इयर्सको थियो। HIV इज, तपाईँले धेरै नाम सुन्नुभयो होला, 40 इयर्स भइसक्यो। ह्युमन डिफिसिएन्सी भाइरस सिन्ड्रोम भन्ने, यसको चाहिँ भ्याक्सिन अहिलेसम्म बनेको छैन। त्यो भाइरस यति चलाक छ कि भ्याक्सिन बनाउनै गाह्रो भइरहेछ र यसको 5वटा भ्याक्सिन अहिले क्लिनिकल ट्रायलमा छ। यो हुँदाहुँदै अहिले तपाईँहरूले लेटेस्ट सुन्नुभयो होला कोभिडको भाइरस। र यो कोभिड, यो अहिले जुन हामीले यहाँ अहिले जुन डिल गरिरहेको छौँ, त्योभन्दा अगाडि हङकङमा र मिडल इस्टमा पनि यही कोरोना स्पिसिसको 2टा भाइरस आएको थियो। तर त्यो यिनीहरूभन्दा डेन्जर थिएन र त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामी कन्ट्रोल गर्न सक्सेसफुल भएको थियौँ र हामीले पनि गरेको थियौँ। एउटा कुरा के राख्नु ध्यान दिनुपर्छ भने भाइरस 2 किसिमको हुन्छ। एउटा चाहिँ नेकेड भाइरस भन्छौँ, एउटा चाहिँ हामीले एन्भेलप भाइरस भन्छौँ। एन्भेलप भाइरस भनेको के हुन्छ भने यो भाइरस जब हाम्रो होस्ट शरीरमा जान्छ, हाम्रो होस्ट सेलको मेम्ब्रेनहरू, ग्लाइकोप्रोटिन र लिपिडहरूलाई चाहिँ आफ्नो त्यो हामीले विश्राममा जाडोमा च्यादर ओढे जस्तै ओढेर आफ्नो एउटा लेयर बनाउँछ। त्यसको यसलाई 2टा फाइदा हुन्छ। त्यो गर्यो भने यसले के गर्छ भने हाम्रो सेललाई तुरन्तै धोका दिन सक्छ। It can easily penetrate and our cell thinks it is part of us because it has similar outer membrane. Tara, the disadvantage is that that lipid structure is very sensitive to acid and alkaline conditions. So you can easily destroy by detergent. त्यो हुनाले washing handहरू गर्नु भन्छ नि गभर्नमेन्टले, त्यो कारण त्यही हो। So it has both plus and minuses, being an envelope virus. त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले envelope virus पनि भन्छौँ। अब यो स्ट्रक्चर मैले किन देखाएको भने तपाईँहरूले धेरै सुन्नुभयो होला भाइरस म्युटेट भयो भनेर। यसमा 2टा मेन कुरा, यो जो भित्र छ जो यो त्यो चाहिँ यसको जेनेटिक मेटेरियल हो आरएनए र यसको बाहिर त धेरै स्ट्रक्चरहरू हुन्छ तर त्यसमा सबभन्दा मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट चाहिँ यो त्यो एरो जस्तो देख्नु भएको चाहिँ स्पाइक प्रोटिन भन्छौँ यो एभ्री टाइम भाइरस म्युटेट हुँदाखेरि यो स्पाइक प्रोटिनको डाइनामिक्स चेन्ज हुन्छ र यसले चाहिँ अर्कै रूप लिन्छ त्यो अर्कै रूप लिँदाखेरि हाम्रो एन्टिबडिजले पनि अर्कै रूपले त्यसलाई चाहिँ बनाएर अट्याक गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ इट्स अ भेरी च्यालेन्जिङ मिसम्याच काइन्ड अफ टास्क हो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि यो स्पाइक प्रोटिन चेन्ज हुँदा साथ भाइरसको नयाँ म्युटेन्ट आउँछ भन्ने छ र अहिले यो डेल्टाको पनि चाहिँ यो जुन भेरिएन्ट आज यसको चाहिँ एस प्रोटिन इज सिग्निफिकेन्टली डिफरेन्ट एन्ड इट्स पेनिट्रेटिङ इन्टु आवर बडी डिसिभिङ आवर सेल भेरी क्विकली अब यो सार्स भनेको त्यही हो यो एक्युट रेस्पिरेटरी सिन्ड्रोम भाइरस भने हो कोभिड चाहिँ यो उसको नाम हो र अब यो कोरोना इज द नेम अफ फ्यामिली अफ भाइरस जस्तो मेरो अधिकारी भने जस्तै इज द नेम अफ द फ्यामिली तर देयर आर मोर देन 70 स्पिसिस अफ कोरोना भाइरस फ्यामिली भाइरस तर त्यसमा 20 स्पिसिस आर ओन्ली भेरी प्रोन टु ह्युमन भाइरस ह्युमनलाई अट्याक गरेको ओन्ली 20 अफ द कोरोना स्पिसिसले हामीलाई अट्याक गरेको छ भेरी र कोभिड द नाम हो डिजिजको भाइरस होइन डब्लुएचओले यसलाई चाहिँ कोभिडको नाम चाहिँ भाइरसको डिजिजलाई दिएको हो हामीले यसलाई जोनोटिक भन्छौँ यो एनिमलबाट चाहिँ ह्युमन बिङमा आएको र मैले अघि नै भने जस्तै इफ 20 अफ दोज कोरोना भाइरसेस विच आर अफेक्टिङ ह्युमन बिङ दे हेभ बिन ट्रान्सफर्ड फ्रम द एनिमल टु ह्युमन बिङ इन केस अफ कोभिड इट हेज कम फ्रम द बेट एन्ड अल्सो देयर इज एन इन्टरमिडिएट होस्ट एनिमल केमेलिया भन्ने त्यसपछि एन्ड द्याट कम टु द ह्युमन इट्स अ आरएनए भाइरस डिएनए भाइरस पनि हुन्छ तर इट्स मोर आरएनए भाइरस इन दिस केस कोरोना It's a respiratory, it goes by air, it's pandemic, and few potent, as I've said before, there are 5 of those virus mutants which have been classified very potent. Alpha, UK strain la alpha bhanyo, beta, gamma, ra US ko strain la gamma bhanyo, ra delta ko strain la chai India ko bata niskeko la delta bhanyo. So these 5 are very potent. Of these 5, the delta is the one which is most potent because of its structure, the way fast it spreads and the way it enters into the cell is very difficult to, even you don't need to be very close to the virus. You can, if someone who is infected with Delta, and if I'm passing through that person with a close distance within a feet, I can catch the virus. So it is so fast spreading even through the air. So this is very important. So vaccine type, I think when the virus comes, the scientists and scientific community tries to make vaccine, again, as part of our adaptive immunity. They want to inject this virus. Tara our live virus inject garna mildena. So what one of the most common approach we call is either we take live virus which is made cripple या त त्यसलाई चाहिँ एकदमै लङ्गडो पारेर त्यसलाई असहाय पारेर त्यसको भ्याक्सिन बनाउने या चाहिँ we thermally kill them so that they are no more active but they still carry the certain part of the antigen which body recognizes. Or we genetically modified in the lab. So there are technology called CRISPR-Cas9 technology which can allow us to edit any gene of the DNA and RNA and make it into a new recombinant one. So the Pfizer and Moderna are using the modified mRNA and inserting it into our body as a vaccine. The viral vector vaccine bhaneko, what we do is that we take the genomic material, the RNA of the virus, and we put it through a harmless virus, suppose adenovirus. एस्ट्राजेनिका J&J र अक्सफोर्डले के गरेछ भने चिम्पान्जीको एडिनो भाइरसलाई यो हाम्रो कोभिडको भाइरसको जिन सर्टेन जिनलाई त्यहाँ कम्पोनेन्ट गरेर जसले प्रोटिन कोडिङ गर्छ त्यो जिनलाई चाहिँ चिम्पान्जीको जिनमा राखेर त्यो भाइरसको थ्रु त्यसले चाहिँ हामीलाई चाहिँ भ्याक्सिन बनाएर पठाछ। अर्को लास्ट चाहिँ प्रोटिन भ्याक्सिन भन्छौँ हामीले त्यो एस प्रोटिनको सर्टेन कम्पोनेन्टलाई त्यो भ्याक्सिन फर्मुलेसनमा राखेर हामी चाहिँ पठाउँछौँ र नोभाभ्याक्स कम्पनीले America is trying to develop based on the protein vaccine. So these are the three fundamental approaches that we take to make vaccine and deliver. Our vaccine approach, vaccine takes about 5 years. It is a long process and costs a lot of money. Tara, because of the crisis, the nature of the crisis, the government, the scientific community and authorities like FDAs and all put in a lot of efforts to allow parallel development or parallel trials of these vaccines. Paila, and the first phase is a vaccine safety bunch, where when we make vaccine, we inject into uh, normal person to see whether it invokes antibodies formation or not. It is just the first vaccine safety test, first phase of trial. We do it first in animal, mice, and then we go into human being. The second phase, we look at the effectiveness of the vaccine. Means now we inject that vaccine into an infected person, into different level of infected person, and we see whether is the vaccine is still making antibodies to kill. The third phase of the clinical trial, we go to the largest population, statistically significance, and we look at into different age, ethnicity, underlying health conditions of a large population, and we see how the antibody response comes from the vaccine. So these trials, these are fundamental clinical trials we cannot bypass, but for this particular COVID, we have taken only 1 year. So you can imagine how scientific community was smart and funded to fast track and do the parallel development work to develop this vaccine in 1 year time without compromising any safety of the virus. There are at least 7 virus vaccines are available globally. Tara, in Australia, we only hear about AstraZeneca and Pfizer. अघि नै भने जस्तै मैले एस्ट्राजेनिका र फाइजरको कम्पेरिजन मैले यहाँ बोर्डमा देखाएको छु र अब अरू भाइरसेसहरू छ अब चाइनामा छ साइनोभ्याक भन्ने छ स्पुटिनिक भन्ने छ कोभ्याक्सिन भन्ने इन्डियाको छ त्यस्तै अरूहरू देयर आर अबाउट 60 vaccines are in the clinical trial, in the third phase of the clinical trial. So what we see are the ones which have been approved by FDA, and they have approved only for authorized for emergency use. You cannot buy these commercially so far. So FDA has approved certain vaccines, only 4 or 5, and they are for emergency use only. China ko vaccine la pani अहिले approve गरेको छैन. चाइनाको लागि गरेछ तर स्पुटिनिक रसाको लागि अझै पनि गरेको छैन. रसाको भ्याक्सिन 70 कन्ट्रिजहरुमा दिइसकेको छ तर still not been approved by WHO or by regulatory bodies. So yeah, as you can see, the Pfizer vaccine requires a lot of freezing temperature, minus 70 degree. That's why it's very expensive. It's $33 cost. Moderna or Pfizer go. AstraZeneca, you can put it in the fridge, normal freeze temperature 3 to 5 degree, and that's why transportation is cost is reduced, and you can buy it in about $3 or sort of things. So all the vaccines are very effective, but and are given in 2 doses, except one, Johnson and Johnson, which is coming as out to be a single dose vaccine. र त्यो सिंगल डोज भ्याक्सिनको एडभान्टेज के हुन्छ भने यसले चाहिँ 2 डोज लगाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ तपाईको इम्युनिटी यु विल हैव टु वेट फर 2 डोज टु टेक to develop full immunity. So you wasting time in between 12 weeks time, and that 12 weeks time you still can spread the virus. If you have a single dose, you don't have that time gap and you would not be spreading the virus. र त्यसले गर्दाखेरि अब अहिलेको यो दुईजनाको कम्प्यारिजनमा एस्ट्राजेनिका र Pfizer has been approved. Australia is also acquiring Moderna virus vaccine very soon in October, December. So if you look at these are the possible signs, symptoms of all these are 12 symptoms which are very common. It's been bombarded. There's so much information on the website. So what we have to remember is that when you have infection from the virus, you are either symptomatic, you show the virus infection, or you hide the asymptomatic, you hide the infection for a certain period of time, or you are non-symptomatic. You never show any symptoms, but you still carry the virus, which is very less percentage of less than 3 or 5% of the population are non-symptomatic. 15% of the population are asymptomatic, whereas the rest of them are symptomatic. In case of the COVID virus, first virus, the symptoms, incubation time was about 5 to 7 days. So when the virus infects you, it takes about 5 to 7 days before you show the symptoms. But in case of the Delta virus, which is a fast and the most potent one, the danger is it takes only 1 day. Within 24 hours, it can show the symptoms. So you have no time and it will infect fast and spread fast. So that's where there's a difference between, so we got to remember why the viruses are potent is because of their incubation time, that they quickly attack you and they quickly spread you. Otherwise, in a normal virus, you take 7 days, the virus has to populate to a certain level before you can spread. These are some of the things we got to understand. And for safety, I think the government or anyone cannot stop virus. It is us who can help stop the virus because we are the carrier. We as an individual, and these are some of the fundamentals for controlling any pathogen spread, especially the virus. Mask लगाउने, social distancing गर्ने, stay covered, stay clean, home stay. You know, these are the fundamental. Government is trying to put more emphasis on this. Equally importantly, as like vaccination. You know, if you do only vaccination, you do not follow this, you are in danger because even after vaccination, there are there are few weeks, 1 or 2 weeks you take before you get antibodies fully vaccinated, you still can spread. So you still continue to do with these type of preventive measures. So now once you get COVID infection, you have to do testing, whether you get infection or not. So there are 3 common ways everyone is doing the vaccine test, COVID test. One we call is RT-PCR. It's called reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. It is because it's an RNA vaccine, so it's a machine which multiply the virus genetic material so that we can detect. So to that, because it's an RNA virus, so what happens is PCR machine only detects DNA virus. So what happens is reverse transcriptase is an enzyme which is added into the machine, and then we convert this RNA virus into DNA virus, and then only we multiply. So it's a cumbersome process and it's automated process, but it takes 2 days. So that's why we call it reverse transcriptase, because we are converting RNA virus into DNA, and then we're trying to mapping the genetic material. RDT is the another test, rapid detection test. So it takes only 30 minutes. It's less accurate, especially if it's an asymptomatic cases, non-symptomatic cases, it cannot detect. Only in symptomatic cases where you have large number of infection, large serious infection, the accuracy is about 70% and above. But otherwise, in a non-symptomatic, asymptomatic cases, it can go below 30%. So there's a danger that if you rely only RDT, so the government is trying to do both. The most important one is the antibody test. So once you have got infection, you develop antibodies. But that antibody doesn't last long. The current vaccine says our antibodies last only up to maximum of 6 months. So we can do the antibodies test and we can detect those 2 types of protein I mentioned before to say how, when you got the infection earlier and how long you would go to last another one. So you can continue to monitor antibody. If it depletes in your plasma blood, that means it's time to get another vaccination. So there's once you get vaccination, you will have to do vaccination every 6 months for this COVID. We are not sure how long, but generally saying there's a 6-month time period we have this antibody. Common side effects are usual. Any drugs, any vaccines would have a side effect, nothing to worry. It goes with 24 hours, 48 hours. But there are some severe one, which we call is a little bit more persistent and the severe one. And it was the 2 most common anaphylaxis भनेको, it's an allergic reaction. Allergic ma tapaiko body can react very violently, differently, and you can have a serious conditions. or otherwise जस्तो पिनट खाँदाखेरि पनि तपाईँको एलर्जी भए जस्तै पिनट खाएर पनि मान्छेहरू सिरियसली कोमा डेथ भएको सिचुएसन छ भनेपछि यो कोभिडले पनि त्यस्तै एनाफाइलेक्सिस त्यो सिभियर एलर्जी क्रिएट गर्न सक्छ. यु गट टु बी भेरी केयरफुल. र अर्को कुरा ब्लड क्लोटमा दुईटा केस देखेको छ. एउटा चाहिँ थ्रोम्बोसिस भन्छौँ, एउटा चाहिँ थ्रोम्बोसाइटोपेनिया भनेछौँ हामीले. थ्रोम्बोसिस भनेको के हो भने तपाईँको जब जहिले पनि घाउ हुन्छ यो ब्लड क्लोट्स आउटसाइड योर बडी. This is good because this is a defensive mechanism, but it should never clot inside your body because there is a protein molecule called heparin which stops blood being clotted inside. If it clots inside, you die. So the body doesn't let it happen. Tara, if you have a low blood platelet counts or if you have certain conditions, morbidity, people have found the AstraZeneca vaccines has triggered thrombosis and thrombocytopenia in your blood. So this is Australia 7-8 death भइसकेछ यो कुराले, and so it's becoming. These are the very serious issue. And it happens only with the Pfizer को vaccine मा पनि they found some neurological GB symptoms भन्छौँ. They eat your nerve system भनेर. So the FDA is trying to put a warning level on each of the vaccine that, but the risks are so minimal. So it is 0.001%. It's just less than 4, if you don't take vaccine, you have a 10% risk of dying, whereas the vaccine risk is less than, 1 in 1 million. So you have to outweigh the pros and cons. So even if it's serious, these are very rare. The only danger here is the long-term complication. We know these severe one, which happens within days or weeks or months. But there are long-term complications which we don't know what happens after 2 years, what happens after 3 years, because it's a new COVID virus. We have studied only for 1 year. So we are not sure. So this is where the concerns are. So if we look at Australia, government is distributing only Pfizer and AZ vaccine, AstraZeneca vaccine. र मैले आज यो presentation गर्दाखेरि I am also being part of Department of Health Committee र BMC को कमिटीमा मलाई चाहिँ यो vaccine सम्बन्धी उसमा भएको हुनाले I am putting few slides to show you what government is trying to do. Australia has got only Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccine. Vaccination tests and test sites all free. All the details are on the web link. If you follow this web link, AstraZeneca vaccine is available in GP clinic, where the Pfizer vaccine is given at certain sites. But I'm told that Pfizer is also now been given to a GP. You need to fill in a registration form and you have to book it. The waiting time depends which suburb you live in, is between 30 minutes to 2 hours. Pfizer's vaccine have been recently approved for young age group, above 16 years and above, or even above 12 years of old. Before it was not approved. So it is, and it is safe for, recently they have approved for pregnancy, recently they have approved for all kind of conditions. So there's nothing risk. Coronavirus hotline, you can go on website. There's a quarantine support from the government if you are overseas travel. I think early days used to be free. Nowadays you have to do, but government provides you a lot of support. There's a huge support, government business grants and support. Didi Bahini Samaj was able to secure some of the funding because of these COVID grants and support. Government has put more money into community so that they can go, because Khal community, the government cannot access directly reach to the community in English languages. They want the community leader to work at the interface. So that's why they have been given a lot of funding, and that's good that Didi Bahini Samaj is doing good. Information is available over 60 languages and done by BMC. COVID information is updated around the clock on the government website. And DHS, Government Department of Health, Human Service, and BMC holds regular meetings with the community leader every week. So these are some of the fundamental questions people have asked. I have been in the committee and I've been listening and answering to these, and we'll have a question answer session a little later with Dr. Chandraji and Pratnaji. I will be happy to answer any technical non-clinical side of the questions. But these are some of the questions. Your manchile banak, there's a conspiracy theory that it is made by in the Chinese lab. So is it a man-made virus? How many different vaccines available? Are vaccines safe? Is Pfizer vaccine safer than AstraZeneca? Is vaccination free? Can you get infected after vaccination? How long vaccination immunity lasts? Do I, what are the side effects? What are the long-term side effects? Can pregnant women take vaccination? Why are not children given vaccination? Do I have to take vaccine even if I'm not showing any symptom? So this is the last slide. So similar questions: are vaccine mandatory in Australia? Why, if not? And will the flu vaccine protect me from getting COVID-19? Can I take COVID and flu vaccine together? Uh, can I take mixed doses of vaccine, one Pfizer, one AstraZeneca? I think to my knowledge, the company has never allowed, the Pfizer or the AstraZeneca company has never allowed to mix their vaccines. But recent studies in Canada has shown that if you mix AstraZeneca and Pfizer, you produce more antibodies. Tara, it is only a trial study. No company has allowed. Government is एटाइगी भन्छौँ अस्ट्रेलियामा यो के भन्छौँ भने यो थेरोपेटिक टिजिए थेरोपेटिक गुड एडमिनिस्ट्रेसन र यो के अरे इम्युनाइजेसन अथोरिटी एटाइगी भन्छौँ हामीले अस्ट्रेलियाको दे आर कन्सिडरिङ टु गिभ मिक्स भ्याक्सिन डिपेन्डिङ on a very specific condition of individual cases in consultation with the experts. So my time is almost over. So does the AstraZeneca vaccine causes blood clot? Yes, but what's the risk? It's very, very rare. So what about the other vaccine? There are Covishield is a vaccine which is produced, AstraZeneca vaccine produced in India. It has a different name. Covaxin is India's own mRNA vaccine. First time India has been able to produce. Sputnik is a Russian vaccine. Sinopharm and Sinovac are a Chinese vaccine. They have been given worldwide, but they haven't got the FDA approval except Covishield from India and Covaxin. So with that note, I think I will finish my presentation, and if there is anything, any question comes later, I will be able to join the panel and answer questions to